Guys, this video is being recorded the day after the first one, but of course the release order will be different. So let's play some chess. I'm going to quickly move over today um, just to see how that we've in the 800 range. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's just do the king's pawn opening. Scandinavian. Do I want to decline? If I move here, he's going to go there. I will defend, and I'll bring this bishop to... Actually, I like... I know the issue now is that I've prevented my light square bishop from achieving development. I do think, though, that this piece right here is really weak. This piece also is weak. Okay, he closes up the position. Well, then, I'll just take this spot because it's well defended. Because it's got the queen. Okay. I'm going to make too many knight moves out in the opening. Move that there. Thank you. Now he's got two backwards isolated pawns. Well, they're not isolated. They will be isolated if he moves here. Oh, you're really hard pressed on this knight. So we got one attacker, two attacker, one defender. How can I defend this knight? I would have to create my own sort of isolated pawn or backward pawn. I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's... Because if he takes my knight, I'll take his bishop. And then I have this check. He goes here. We can exchange queens. He'll bring his knight here, defending this piece. Then I can bring... I noticed, though, that this piece right here, typically with a Scandinavian defense, if I go e4, typically what I would do is I do something like e4, d5, knight f3, takes, takes. And that's all. I think that's standard theory. I'm just talking on my ass right now. I wonder what he's thinking. Because he only has one defender here. That's the bishop is the only thing defending this pawn. So if I can get an attack on these two pawns going, I'll be in good shape. Neither one of us are very developed. I wish I just had done a bit better at getting my pieces to safer squares. He goes for the check. I'll defend with a bishop. Probably move his queen back. I don't really see the point of that check. Unless he's trying to do some sort of queen sacrifice. That was just a wasted move. So now I want to develop this knight, put some pressure here. So he's now okay. Now he's realized he's got to defend this square. He's got this, isn't it? I could threaten his queen a bit. He'll bring this down. See, after bishop, I think that's sound. After bishop g5, f6, bishop back to h4, he'll probably push g5, then I can go here, and now I have 1, 2 attackers, and he's got 1 defender on that square. And I can win the square. I think that would be a nice outpost for my bishop. Because then I could eye down this. So the instant that he would move his bishop, I'll come in and I'll just attack the rook. Threaten to take the rook, I'll take the pawn. I think that's sound. Come on. You know you want to. Well, but by pushing this, he's got an added defender on this square. So I need to figure out another way to. I might bring my bishop here. Also. Looking at this square too. I could push this, he could capture, I could take. But no, I don't. I like the knight there because there's a lot of tension. There's 1, 2. Okay, he's really noticed that I wanted that square, which is fine. I just need to figure out the new break. I promise I'll also have better editing later once I figure things out. But now he's moved that bishop. So now I'm waiting for him to push this, because then I could fall back. And then you can mount this one attack. Might be time for a pawn break though. So if I go here, he goes here, he has this. I'm gonna castle first. And develop the queen. Put the queen here. Put the queen here. I could take with check. Take. takes, or takes. If I take this, you can take back. There's a million ways you could take back. I do want to get my queen into the game, though. Good. Oh, I know what I gotta do, then, don't I? Okay. I think I figured it out. I need to bring the knight to this square. I need to bring the knight to this square, bring the bishop back, and then push, and try and break open the position. So right now, this is the only attacker on that square. And there's no other safe square for him to be where he can attack. So I'd rather have him out in defense of my queen. And then back, and then push. Takes. There's not much going, though, is there? If I move here, he'll take. Take. And then I have the rook. That's right. I'd have the rook. And I think I want to move the rook to E1 before I do anything drastic. I'm going to move to E1 and then I'll push. Because right now this is the highly contested square. Okay, moves away, thank goodness. Now I got the pawn break. So after captures, think position will be open enough. I really played this poorly. Okay, let's try and. I capture. He won't want to recapture with the pawn because I'll take the rook. Oh, that's a bad exchange. I take. He'll take back with the bishop. Yeah, move this here now. Take back with the bishop, and I can take the knight. Okay, here we are. Now I'm ready, because then I'll move the knight out of the way, and then we'll have we'll have this pin again. Okay, I think I have some sort of attack about ready to execute. If he retakes with the if he retakes with the pawn, then I'll come in and take the rook. He will either retake with it. He'll probably retake with his king or queen, but he won't. But if he retakes with his king, I'll deliver rook e1 to f1 check, and then he'll have to move back, and then I can just start gobbling up pieces. I think. I hope you can see my thought process. I don't have arrows, which is something I think that would be helpful, but yeah. He has taken a long time to think about this move. So now if he takes, I'm going to be in trouble. If he takes, I can't take back with the bishop anymore. I've sort of permanently locked this in, which is bad. Okay, what is that? Oh, he's going after this knight. I'm fine with that, because if I take, yeah. See this attack? I hope he sees this attack that I have now. He takes, I'm going to retake. Do I want to offer an exchange of queens? No, wait a sec. Wait a sec. I'll do this first. Then I'll take this knight. If he takes with the pawn, we'll do the queen exchange. Let's do this, threaten the queen, just harass it a bit, because then I'll just come down and I'll take here. Then I'll take with this. He's going to lose the rook. No, because he'll take back. You'll either take with a knight, which is fine. I'm fine with exchanging knights, because then I'll take the bishop. We can exchange dark square bishops, and I can... Okay, let's see what he does. If he does this, if he takes back the pawn, we'll exchange queens. Okay, he takes with a knight. I realize. Do we want to exchange dark square bishops? I have to retake with queen. No, there's cool. Trying to make this position a little bit. Okay. Now he's eyeing it. Now I'll do this. Maybe move h3 and then bishop. So you can't move here. The bishop is going to be trapped then, because the bishop won't be able to move here, won't be able to move here, and won't be able to move here. He'll be able to move back, but... planning to take, and then I'll just take back the knight. I have the space too well defended, I think, for him to do anything. What did he take? He took the knight. Let me see. I'm going to add more defenders to this rook thing. To the rook. Oh, he's like exchange. I did not play this well. When he did that, I should have done this. Just because it was. I'm going to exchange bishops. Rather, let's bring you in defense of the pawn. Bishop takes, queen. I'm making tons of mistakes now. A little. I think he's got me. He's up 2 points. If I lose 109 rating points. I don't want to lose. I don't think anyone does, but I imagine that the reason why these numbers are so large, at least at the start, is so they can get a range for me, and then we could sort of fine-tune where I'm at. Very curious. Should I go here? I'll just take the pawn then. Oh no, that was stupid because he's got the queen. No exchange queens? Let's exchange queens. It's mate in 1. This was mate in 1. This would have been mate. Missed mate in 1. How can I... Get up from the board. I'd hate to win just on a internet connection error. Okay, he's back. Should also say I haven't really had my morning coffee. Okay, he goes there. I'd have to take pretty much. Wait a sec. I have a last ditch effort. If I move here, that's checkmate. No, it's not checkmate because he's got this. He tries to check me. If he moves me into check, and then this checkmate, that would be checkmate. This is checkmate here. No, it's not. Please fail. Please. Absolutely blunder. Okay, let's go to some analysis. Book move, book move, book move, mistake. So I should have taken one, except for take. That is a free piece. It would be a blunder to take. So I should have taken. If I took, the game might have progressed. Something like this. That would be the move I'd make. Whatever. You maybe would develop the start square bishop, take my knight around. At that point, I'd back. He'd probably want to get his light square bishop on at least some diagonal. At this point, I'd try and grab some space in the center. I develop, develop, develop. That gives black a huge advantage. Why does that? Wonder. Because, oh, that would fork both my knights. So at that point, yeah, go up. Wait, no, that's threatening this, so go back. Defend these pawns, get that working. Developing move. Excuse me. No, that's under. That's good. That's the hit the wrong square. Because yeah, it's the pawn. Then maybe I would fianchetto. Sort of preparing for this attack. So now I got 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers, 4 defenders of this square, and he only has 1 attacker so far. At this point, maybe he castle. Castle. Okay, so that clearly wasn't the best move. I was debating whether or not to take that I didn't realize, oh, I could have easily took. That would have been so much better for me had I took. Alright. So let's move on to the next game. So let's click on New Game. Hang on. Let me fix this for you guys. Well, I'm going to grab some space in the center, and then I will fix this. Just give me a sec. The time's going to jump. Okay, immediately goes. I'm going to play a developing move and also protect the pawn. Okay, now I'm going to switch over and fix this. But I think for now, I'll play this and then push this. We can do an exchange of knights. Let's undo the pre-move. Let's undo the pre-move. I don't want to be surprised by anything. He just moves. What's the purpose of that? How can he... There has to be some sort of tactical thing. Does he not notice my knight right there? Except for knight takes... What? Knight here. His knight comes here, getting the pawn, and this. Then I just... I'm removing a defender. Okay, that was his plan. Get rid of the defense on this. Well, he could have just... No, he couldn't. So, I have a defender. That was the purpose of that bishop move. Prevent me from defending this pawn. Well, at this point... I might be willing. I'm up the exchange already. So if I take with this, he can take back. I'll just... That was the move. I should have been more focused on getting that light square bishop out, because that would totally demolish his plan. What to do? I noticed though that this light squared bishop is undefended. So if I push, I do have the queen. I can just take back with a queen. Yeah, let's do that. I'll let you take my bishop. And if you don't take my bishop, if you don't notice the attack on your bishop, then I'll take your bishop and be... I gave him too much credit. Now he's screwed. After pawn takes, bishop takes, rook, queen. Okay, he moves the thing away. Could go in for this check. How do I start? I want to threaten him for this poor decision. I really do. So now I have two attackers on this pawn, on this e pawn, this e pawn, and it's not isolated because come fed. If I remove this, though, we can exchange queens. I'm up five points, so I'm happy to exchange. However, let's see. Let's do this first, and then I'll castle, and then we can think about exchanging queens. If he goes queen, I'll take with a knight. If he goes knight, I'll take with a knight. It's done with him. Should have waited. Because now I can threaten to take the knight, and I'm well defended even because I got the queen. Okay, so he's threatening. I go knight takes. Knight takes. Knight takes. Knight takes. Pawn takes. Queen takes. Let's take a look at this line. I go knight takes. Knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Knight takes knight. Okay. Pawn. Knight. Knight. Pawn takes. If I take pawn, you might just exchange queens immediately. I'd be fine with that, and then after that. No, I have a better idea. Because these are now both defending this bishop. These both knights both defending the bishop, and I'm going after the queen. Now he can't take. I take. There we go. I didn't expect him to move the queen up one. Suppose, though, if I were right here, does he have this square? He could go to this square. That's a safe square. This is not a safe square. This is not a safe square. Okay, so yeah, the queen was completely trapped then. So I just discovered a huge trap. That was very good of me. I didn't even notice that I had discovered the trap. That if I played bishop c4, queen d2, knight f3, that it just completely trapped the queen. Now I'm in a very comfortable position, I think. And once I win the queen, assuming he doesn't resign, resign immediately for blundering a queen like that. Now if I take knight takes, rook takes, I could just, I want to take, I don't need to take. Take here. You could take with a knight. If I take with a knight, he has knight takes, then I could take with this, and he's got rook here. Goes rook here, bring the queen out. It stands right now, though. If he tries to take with this, he could take with this and then have check. I don't want to allow that. How do I prevent him from taking here with check? I suppose I would have to take then. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I really don't want to allow pawn takes pawn with check. But I also like where my knight is positioned. So, I'll just castle. That was dumb of me. Why was I not thinking that? So now I've eliminated his threat. His main threat, at least. So I hope me talking gives a good idea of like what I'm thinking, even just sort of as a beginner. I think it might be helpful for beginning players like myself to sort of hear the thought process, and then for more advanced players who might appear in the comments, be like, hey, no, here's why your thinking is wrong. Here's sort of what was going on. So he responds with this. I don't really see the point. I think that's just a free piece. I mean, I do like having this diagonal, though, so I might just move. And then I'll just move the bishop back. I'm leaving this pawn undefended so we could take it, although I'm not really concerned too much about the b pawn. I do want to get my knight into here, though. If I can get my knight into here. So what I might do, actually, is I might put... If I push this, kick the knight away, then I could move the knight, and then move the knight, and then... Let's do that. After the knight moves, then I can move this knight here, and then I could move this here, threatening the other rook. He took the pawn. What's his plan? His plan to go here, check. That does nothing. Plan to go here, attack this. No, I'm getting ready. Could go here with check. So again, that does nothing. I've blocked out all the other parts of the screen for this game. I didn't do it last game. Last game I had to trim and crop just because. What's the purpose of this? Make sure these pieces are defending each other. Okay, I'll just gobble up all the pieces. The reason in the first episode, okay, he did that. I actually didn't see that. That was rather dumb of me. Well, here's what I'll do. If he takes, I take. Still up the exchange, and there's no real reason why he should. And I'll also threaten. I should have threatened this rook first, made this rook go back. But I'll do that later. Now this has. Okay, so my bishop's going to fall, but I'll just take the rook. Why did he do that? I hope he notices the attack on his rook. Okay, he does. I wonder if he notices this check with a check and that picks up the knight. Just seeing if he has any sort of tactics. Because right now you can't threaten mate just yet. Because if he goes here, he might think, oh yeah, that's mate. No, I have a rook. If a rook takes, I mean that's. I don't mind. I'll take them. I think he realizes it's a losing game now. So he is going to go. Why that? He thinks check. I'll take, and then I'll go over here and I'll take with check. Is he thinking this will bring checkmate? Because I have this. If he brings the rook, what's that do? Check. I do want to somehow get a fork between the queen and the. And he gives it to me. At this point, I don't care too much about the light square bishop. It's game over. Assuming I don't blunder hugely. Still, I could save the light square bishop. I'm going to push this pawn. I could try and checkmate with the queen and the bishop. and the rook. No, and then I can save the bishop. I can just take. Oh well. Just do. Because I could have done this, and then done this. Resign. Please resign. You want me to just start marching it up the board? I'll do it. You know what? You know what? Oh, shit. Whatever. Blunder the queen. I have enough material to win. Can't believe I blundered the queen, though. That was so stupid of me. I am really annoyed. Oh, why don't I just check him? No, just take. That was exhausting. I really wish I didn't blunder. It doesn't make 0 blunders in the side. I definitely blundered that queen in the end game. That was not a good game. I mean, it was a good. I mean, I like that I win because I like winning, but I had a hugely winning position, and I lost a queen in a winning position, and that's just something you don't do. So next, we are going to go to the analysis board. Okay, so that's a book. It's the best move. Could have gone It's also a good move. It's an inaccuracy. Why does it want me to go here? Because after this, it'll be a blunder, right? It'll be a blunder. Just like that. Right. Okay, cool. And if I had done this, good move. It gives the position slight advantage to white, but it's pretty even. Anyway, gameplay continued. These are inaccurate. That's a mistake. So I took that. I'm making good moves. That's a mistake. Allows for that. I was thinking about this move as well. If takes, and what? This, check. I see. I see. That would have been another great way to win his queen. Let's say after this, takes, take, then I can really start. Anyway, that is not what happened. We took this, this. It's saying that this is the best move. Why is this the best move? Check, takes, this, no. This is the check that it wants me to give. Why is that? So check. And then I think it's just talking about giving checks, maybe? It's not quite a missed win. So I took, castled, took. Now it's saying, okay, it's saying this is the best move right now. I was surprised you didn't take, because that was a completely undefended piece. This is rook d8. It's best. Right, because then I just have both things. Okay. Check, check. What it says. Check, oh, check. Is this checkmate? That would have been checkmate. And slight inaccuracy, that would be check. And is this... That would be checkmate. So I had another opportunity for checkmate. Would have been a missed win, so... So I have these inaccuracies in my mating pattern, but I did get to check. I'm not happy with how I got the checkmate, but I did. So let's do our third and final game of the day. We can get sudden. You saw your chance to. So up until about this point, I was losing. Let's see, key moments. This move forces checkmate, but there is a faster way. So it says these are all key moments. Anyway, let's go and do a new game. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so now we have our new game. I just started this recording. And let's proceed. He responds. Trying to get my, I want to get my king side pieces out first, but and that is why I crop. So you don't see me getting messages and all sorts of stuff, mainly for their privacy. Butch Blanchard is taking a long time. He's got a poor connection, I can see, right there. But I don't think he's completely Zhuravlev counter gambit. I don't think I need to push this to see because I got this well defended, and then that just opens up the file for my queen. Again, I think I'll just play another sort of developing move, and then I should play this. This should be my next move. This or this. I think this though, threatening to take this square, because then if he plays this, I have takes. I have takes and then check, and then if he moves the king forward, then I can just pick up the pawn. Please, please play pawn to f6. I would love for you to play pawn to f6. You're not going to. But it would be hilarious if you did. I'm assuming I bring this pawn, this knight up here, which I will on the next move. Keeps saying he'll abort or auto resign, like he's disconnecting. He's got bad connectivity issues. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on. He replies with this. I wonder if he knows about the. I wonder. I used to know this exchange variation of 3 knights. Oh, wait a sec. So if he takes, I'll take. And if he tries something like this, I can take with the queen, but then I can go here and pin. Couldn't because it'd be stepping in check. Sorry if I'm not talking much now. There probably will be periods of just great silence. He also is disconnecting a lot and reconnecting. So because of those connectivity issues, it might be a long game. It probably will be. He's taking a long time to think about his moves, which I like. Once he gets to the point of kicking my bishop away further, I'm going to attack this pawn. Simply because he's only got one defender. So if he takes the queen, then I will just take the free queen. And see, now I think he's getting where. I hope he doesn't push the d pawn. So he's threatening to capture the bishop, which is an undefended piece. I'll just bring it back. That pawn is undefended. That'll come with check. But then I could bring my queen up and just defend the queen. This would check. I think he's thinking check. You can't do checks. You got pawn. What was the point of that? He just lost a queen. Because then if he goes knight down here, I have queen take or king takes. I don't have to. I don't have to lose rook. So now I'm thinking, how can I mate him? I'm thinking takes check. He can move here, he can move here. If he moves here, then I'll just bring the queen up. No, because he got the bishop. Okay, he does this. Might actually be better for me. So if I go there, that's check. That forces him. I can win a rook. I could win a rook for my light squared bishop. Is that a thing that I want to do? Let's see. After takes, 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 takes. I could bring the queen up, check, win the knight. Let's put that plan into action. And he could, of course, just not take back. But if he does that, then I have check, or then I have bishop d4 check. In which case he has this move. In which case I have this move. That's an 8. Excuse me. Oh, he has that too. I still have this move. I still can't. Bring him back. And now I've won the knight. Now I can win the knight back. That I can't believe I forgot to notice that I win the knight that way. Even if he moves back, I'll just win the knight. So, go me. I am playing well for someone who has no clue what he's doing. Take back. So now he's threatening the knight. I'll defend with a bishop, and maybe move knight here. The discovered check. He'll have to block. I suppose he could move. He could move here, and I have this. Really ought to bring my queen into the game too. Oh, stopping the threat of check, but I see. So he threatens to take if I go discover check. What do I do? Do I go check? Let's see, if I take, then he'll take with this. But if I go check anyway, he takes the bishop, I bring the queen up, that's check again. I like doing that. He'll have to take, and then we'll be in the same position. I'm fine. I'm fine to do this trade because I'm up. I don't like the fact that I'm losing my dark square bishop, but the fact that I'll have a more powerful piece in the same area, just all these diagonals, I think is fine. Compensation. If he moves, let's see, if I have the queen here and he moves here, I'll go here, and then we can have some sort of perpetual. Maybe even if he moves here, then I can go here and take the. So let's see if he takes, I take. Yeah, take. If he goes here, I'll move here, check, and then that. Then it'll be game over. Because then from once I'm here, then I can go here, and then I can get into this work too. I don't want to be greedy. I just want to end the game well. At the same time, though, it might be tempting. That's why you develop your pieces, because he's got more of his. We have an equal number of pieces, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm up a pawn and a queen. I think that's the major differences. So he prevents the. Oh, that's why. Okay. Check. I'm going to castle soon. Just for that added layer of protection, and then I have a battery, I think, with a queen. A gentleman would resign. He's thinking over his options. I don't think he has very many, though. I think I've done a good job at making sure my pieces were well defended, and he made a few mistakes that I was able to capitalize on. If anybody else sort of down there in the comments is objecting to the way that I'm thinking about this and has some sort of better way or better advice as to how I could be stronger, please do let me know. I think at this point, if he doesn't resign, he's either going to fight to the bitter end or he is going to lash out and just do wild attacks that are absolute blunders in the hopes that they scare me, but so long as I remain cool, level-headed. How many escape squares does he have? He has that. Okay. He's thinking. So now I have check. He can move out of check and put me into check. I don't want to go bishop here. because even though it's defended with a knight, all he has to do is move a bishop here. Yeah, if I go here, all he has to do is move here. Wait a sec. Let's say, if I move here, can he move here? No. Can he move here? No. Can he move here? No. Can he move here? Yes. Can he move here? No. Can he move here? No. So if I move here, he can't put me into check. That's the thing. So he'll have to move back. He'll have to move here. After he moves here, bishop will be here. Then I can castle, I think. Can't take. Can't move here. Can't move here. Can't move here. Can't move here. Can move here. Can't move here. So there's no way for him to turn this into a check, which I like. And then I castle this side. I'll have this. And then I can bring this piece into the check. And then I'll have all my pieces sort of coordinated, which is better. Yeah, he really struggled in developing his kingside pieces. You've noticed? No, I'm sorry, his queenside pieces. Yeah, it's queenside pieces. So like none of them are developed. So that was that is a thing. I like my position. Just come on. I think he's determined to waste my time. Could I mate? No. Is this mate here? This is not mate. Is this mate? Is this mate? Is this mate? Queen. Is that checkmate? No, it's almost mate. It's mate in 2. This is mate then. Because after I move here, you won't be able to move here because of the rook, bishop. Couldn't move here because of the queen. Couldn't move here, couldn't move here. You could move there. Oh, I don't like that. He's got that one last escape square. So it'll still be check. Okay, now he's finally starting to develop, but I think it might be too little too late. Okay, he's trying to provide himself some sort of safety. Is this check? I do like giving checks. I just check. He moves back out, and I'll just. I'll put the knight here if he wants to take it. I'll just take the rook. Could take the pawn. It's an undefended piece, but it's not doing anything right now, and it's not an immediate threat. If he moves out here, Ooh, then I have the knight, and the knight is in trouble, because I can't go here, because then it leaves the knight hanging. I'm trying not to hang my pieces, at least not in the end game, not when I'm this close. Okay. That was the purpose of that knight. Well, in this case, and we'll take the pawn, and then I'll take here, because then he'll have to take, and then I'll take with this. And then we're golden to win this position. I'll have to take, takes, check. He moves back. Stay here. Probably had a few other options for mate. Let me go back, actually. Let me see if I went here. I'll do it during the analysis board. During analysis, I'll have to take a look at that and just see if I went check and he went here, that would be check, and then I castle, that would put him into check. Okay. That was a smart move. I wonder if he's using an engine. I just went check. You have 1, 2. He has 1, 2 defenders. I have 1, 2, 3 attacks. So I went check. He's got 1, 2. He's got 3 as well. Let's just go here, and then bring this around, and then I'm gonna just start taking. I think he's a little embarrassed that he's getting beaten by an 880. He's a 2200, so he just wants to keep fighting. Don't quite see the point, because once I bring the rook in, bishop, rook. Actually, hang on. Rook, knight, rook. It's all over. If he tries to check me, I'll just take the knight, and then I'll be in really good shape. I could take with a pawn, e2, get the pawn out. If I could take with a pawn too, and just even prevent double pawns. Yeah. So. No. I could even check him. That's another option. Is rook c5 check, He would either have to move back, then I win the knight, and then I can start even then. Then I can start really closing it. So check. Let's say he moves back. Knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes. He's over here. If he's here, though, if he's here, I want to be careful. I may still move this here, just to have that sort of added protection. The good thing about him taking all this time is it gives me a lot of time to think. Yeah, if I have a ton of time to think, then I'm going to be in a better headspace, and I won't need to dip into my time as much. Please don't tell me he's going to sit there for half an hour and just waste my time. I'm not going to offer him a draw. Draw would get me 84 points, but I'll see you when he decides to make a move. I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. Come on, dude. It's starting to get a little annoying. I saw that move at the very end. I was thinking about it. What does he do if I do that? If I attack here, he'll just take. At this point, I think the move is to just double up. If I double up, he can't take. And then I could just start pushing in. Do you think that is the move? He spent 8 minutes and 31 seconds on that one move. That's the best move for him, I think. I mean, I think he was trying to prepare this, but I have too many defenders. I got this defender here. I got this defender here. You know, fork the. You know, fork the rooks. Make me choose one. Pick up the other. You know, with the king. But that just doesn't work. I don't think it does. So let's see. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Rook takes. Takes. Queen takes. Now he's in check. He'll have to move. I come in. I pick up the pawn. He'll probably move like, he moves here. Well, even better for me, right? So I can go here, check. I don't quite pick up the rook just yet, though. I'm really gunning for one of those rooks. Those rooks are right now the biggest threat, I think, to my position, and to my game. He's thinking hard on every move. I mean, it's a lost position for black, I think. There's not much he can do. I wonder if he's thinking this move. Just try and get his king out of the way, so when I take all his pieces, he's... Okay. Interesting. If I take here, he can't take back. Leaves the bishop undefended. Opens an attack on the bishop. Attack, take. Let's see, takes, recaptures. Takes, check. I wonder what he's doing. I assume he'll use the A rook, bring that into the game. But then I have check. He'll have to move his king. If he moves, I would really like him to move his E rook. I don't think he'll do that. But if he moves his E rook, then I'll pick up the knight, and that would be a huge, huge mistake on his part. Yeah, this knight and rook combo have a lot of control, and I really do want to pick those off as soon as possible. He's thinking, why would he think like only one move ahead? Did he not notice that his bishop would have been under attack? Because I have a game plan. I'm just waiting to enact it. What if after check he moves, I take my knight and I move here, threatening the knight. That would get rid of the pressure from the knight. Yeah, he does the move I expect. Now let's give a check, and then I can move here in defense of the rook again, and also putting the question to this knight: where is he going to go? As soon as he goes, I can fork the two rooks with queen to d7. Yeah, let's threaten his knight. And once he kicks the knight away, I have my I don't have my fork. I don't have my fork because now my knight is blocking the queen. But I will have my fork after he moves it away. This square is safe. It'll be check after I take, but this square is safe. It's got a few safe squares. So he takes. Do I recapture or do I just offer another check? I'll recapture and then check. Because then I have the queen as well, sort of on this diagonal. And that'll be better for me in terms of giving checkmate. Could even bring the rook up. This rook lift. And get this rook even further into the game. I like where it is sort of defending the king, but at this point, do I even... I think he expects me to make a mistake. I hope I don't. I made a mistake last game. I just completely dropped off my queen. I mean, I had enough pawns that it wasn't an issue, and I was still able to deliver checkmate, but yeah. Maybe I'll win on timeout. That would be interesting. Yeah. Let's take a look at these past moves. You spent 1 minute 34 seconds on the last move, 36 or 37 seconds on the move before that, 2 minutes, 2 minutes 37 seconds, 8 minutes 31 seconds, 1 minute 6 seconds, 37 seconds, 23, 43, minute 22, a minute 52, 40. He spends a lot more time thinking about his moves. I spend as much time as he does. Only difference is I think while he's thinking, and I come up with a game plan based around his possible moves. Um, I'm gonna get up from my chair and walk around a bit. And he does this. Defends his king, but and it stops my threat of check because he can respond with this, and then I can respond. It doesn't stop the threat because I go check, rook takes check. He can move back, and then if he moves here, say, if he moves back, I can. Let's see what he does with this. I'm going to lift the rook up. Check. I assume he'll take. He'll have to take. If he doesn't take, then he's completely lost. I can checkmate with a queen and a rook. I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I had another queen on the board. Not that I need it. Check, check. He moves here, and I have this check, picking up the other rook. He goes takes, check, and he moves here. I'll just move here, because I can't take the queen. I'll have to move. I'll have to lose the rook. That's another check. This is a completely winning endgame for me. I'm up 13 points. 2 pawns. Why doesn't he take? That's stupid. That was the only way to prevent check. Wait. I didn't even notice that was mate in 1. Wow. That absolutely shocked me. Wow, I had mate in 1. I didn't even notice. He challenged me to a rematch. I will message. Let's see. Can I send him a message? Yeah, I know my framing of the board. My framing is usually focused on the board, but I'll send him that message. Maybe later on the rematch, and I'll add him as a friend. Send him a friend request. Let's go back and let's decline the checkmate. So according to this, I have had 1 mistake, 1 blunder, and 1 missed win. Decline. So let's take a look at the analysis. Okay, that was a really interesting, really good game. I'm happy with how that turned out. Again, 1 mistake, 1 blunder, 1 missed win. So let's go into the analysis board. I'm only allowed to have one analysis per day, it says, which is interesting. So it suggests these opening moves against or this, or this, it says, is the strongest. Now it says the line that it prefers is so now I have knight d5. Let's see if I went d5. What? Knight d5. Knight c6, c3, bishop e7, c6. c6, c3, bishop e7. I wish I had sort of an idea of what were blunders, what was the blunder, what was the missed thing. I wonder why it only allows, if I turned off self-analysis. Because, I know other people with older accounts have as many sort of analyses as they want throughout the game. So this is the depth 10. I'm looking at my phone. It's like sometime in 2020. The half depth thing got disabled. I think only for older accounts that were sort of grandfathered in are allowed to do it. In which case, I will next time get let's see. So that gave me a huge advantage. How would I take advantage of that? Because the queen is now undefended. No, it doesn't want me to do that. Would I? How would I take advantage? Castling? No. Takes. No. That. I could have, if he did this, he did this, I could have done that. Right, that would have been a good move because, right, he can't take back because of the bishop. If he tries to take back, I'll just take the queen. Which, yeah, his best move would be to do this. And then what? No, he can't take here because I have the knight actually. Can he go here? Can't go here. He would have to retreat the queen back here. Okay, that is interesting. But then, Or he would even have to retreat the. I think he would have to retreat the queen back here. That'd be the safest, right? Because then check. I could have won the queen. That would have been an interesting line. So after this, that's a huge mistake. I didn't capitalize on it. I should have. Oh, I should have just taken. That would have been. Oh, that would have been such a great line. Ah, damn. Damn, damn, damn. And I didn't even have show lines on, so that was not that was just me thinking. Shoot. Yeah, there's no takeaways here. So let's see. Moments. Report. What was my blunder? So I had 15 best moves, 6 excellent, 2 book, 1 inaccuracy, 1 blunder. I had 5 missed wins. 5. Wow. I really got to get better at noticing when these things happen. At this point, was this the blunder? I was taking back. Because then he took, what could I have done? Could I have done this? No, that gives it to black. So what's my move? This is where I had a huge error, according to the engine, according to the machine. It's not something with a... Actually, it doesn't mind that. Because then... Huh. Yeah, actually, that would have been a better move. Sacrifice. Check. You have to move unless he wants to lose his queen. Maybe something like this. No. Maybe something like. What's the next move after this? How do I maintain my positional advantage here? Castles. Is it offering? Wonder what it is. Is there such a... Oh, of course. Check. You have to move, and then check, move, check, 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 and the knight. And then, I don't know, some move like this, threatening this. Okay, so that would be another good line. Wow, I had some good opportunities. I just didn't notice them in the game. I should have taken more time to think about that. Well, all right, that was 3 games. I have. Let's take a look at my history. I have 3 out of 5. That is 60%. It says my accuracy was 50% on this one. It was 49% on this one. I was 20% on this one. Let's see if I just move through the very end. Let's see, when is it? It's mate and 9. That offered mate and 2, so mate and 9, let's see. If it was mate and 3, after he does this, what is my mate? No, my mate is check. Mate and one. What's the mate? And that is checkmate. Cool. Okay. All right. And finally, he plays. He plays f4. I will play that move, and we will. F7. Oh, this is such troll. Of course, it looked like a bot. Anyway. Alright, that's it. See you later.